Hey guys, this is Jacob with Musical Innovations here with the May Movie Music Monday. Leave your suggestions for how I can extend that alliteration as far as possible. Please ignore the quality of this video. I'm currently recovering from mouth surgery and I don't want to hear any of it. Alright, so as most of you know, today is Star Wars Day, which is exciting for me because it meant that I had an idea of what I was going to do when I woke up at 5 o'clock this morning. So today, we're obviously going to be talking about the maestro himself, John Williams. Just to get into a little personal background, John Williams is one of my leading inspirations for pursuing music, and Star Wars has been a huge part of my life for as long as I can remember. I could spend 20 minutes telling you a story about this book alone. We're going to have a quick rundown of 3 themes in Star Wars and how they combine to create the bigger musical landscape of the galaxy at large. We'll just go ahead and start with the big... Actually, let's start somewhere more introspective, a little more atmosphere. You guys hear that? This is the moment when I fell in love with the sound of the French horn and the melodic skills of John Williams. This is commonly referred to as the Force theme, although it started its life as my favorite character, Obi-Wan Kenobi's theme. Kenobi was originally the only tie that we as the audience had to the Force, and this tune perfectly conveys the mystery and ancient feeling of this all-encompassing energy that surrounds us.
Surrounds us and penetrates us, it binds the galaxy together.
We open up this theme with a perfect fourth, this interval already giving us a little unease, as this is different from the bombastic perfect fifth that we've become so accustomed to in the film due to the, I told you to wait your turn. This different interval is an immediate cue to the audience to pay attention because something unfamiliar is happening. And yet there's something recognizable about the theme using the perfect fourth, as it's the inverse of the fifth that we're so used to. There's something heroic and familiar about the Force theme, almost as though it were primordial energy here long before us and that will be here for long after. Obi-Wan is the catalyst for us understanding the Force, signified best when the solo French horn plays the theme as Darth Vader strikes him down and Ben becomes one with the Force. The Force theme has been used ubiquitously throughout the series and has gradually taken on and lost meanings, as many themes do in a long-running franchise, but now it's time. We're going to talk about the theme that has been in everyone's collective consciousness for the past 40 years. Oh, now you're being shy? Fine, we'll move on. Princess Leia has a theme that serves as the foundation for leitmotifs throughout many of John Williams' film scores, utilizing his favorite interval for a love interest, the major sixth, being this interval here. This interval has an interesting quality of being a major interval and yet carrying a more somber tone than we're used to. This provides Leia with an accepted duty and sadness for her homeworld that has just been destroyed, which is never brought up again in a 12-film, 40-year franchise. Obi-Wan just kind of goes, I just felt a whole lot of people die, and then nobody brings it up again. Anyway, Leia is our model for what the perfect rebel is, someone who truly believes in why she's fighting, more so than any of the male heroes in the original trilogy. Her theme is delivered by the oboe, having one of the most unique colors in the orchestra in an attempt to set her apart from the bombast of her compatriots. The sweet, nasal sound gives us the feeling that she's someone who has a strong emotional connection to her cause instead of just happening to be in the right place at the right time. The theme skirts around the tonic the entirety of its duration, even until the very end, where it finishes with a strong confirmation of the major setting of the piece. Leia, like at the end of the film, has achieved a new hope for the galaxy. Luckily, we have another 5 films to find out what happens in the universe of... Finally, you're back. I've been stalling for 3 paragraphs in an attempt to set up knowledge for the next video in this series. The Star Wars main title is recognized first and foremost by that name, but it began its life in a different and more humble way, much like the Force theme in Episode 4. This leitmotif was originally meant to be the main character, Luke Skywalker's theme. Luke was meant to be the unambiguous good guy of the original trilogy, and this theme plainly displays it. The huge opening perfect fifth reveals this in a way that says immediately that this is the guy. Carrying on into the theme, there are moments of despair where Luke may falter, but he always manages to climb back into victory and finish triumphantly to defeat the Empire. Although I do want to talk about this one moment from the main theme of Star Wars. This is is the most devastating moment of the theme that, when isolated, many will recognize as the Dies Irae, or a shorthand melodic idea for death in film. This musical moment is brought to the forefront of the film when Luke comes across his burning homestead and the Dies Irae plays in its entirety for Luke to mourn his family. And is foreshadowing for the main conflict of the film, the Death Star. You get it, because death, Thanks a lot for watching this video. I owe a lot of credit to Frank Lehman, who has constructed the most complete catalog of Star Wars music available. David W. Collins, whose Soundtrack Show podcast helped introduce me to some of the wider themes of Star Wars. And, of course, John Williams for creating such an incredible musical tapestry that will continue to be analyzed for years to come. As of today, the entire Skywalker saga is available on Disney Plus to stream. Anyway, this has been Jacob with Musical Innovations. Give us a call at 864-286-8742 for any of your musical needs, and thanks for watching.